Hey, how come the Monat girlies down under are really just a special type of unhinged? What do they got going on down there? Hey friends, just a heads up, later in this video, we are going to talk about an amazing giveaway I have for y'all thanks to the sponsor of this video, Backlash. You do not want to miss it, Miss Ma'am. Okay, I'm sorry for yelling at you, but I just really don't want you to miss it. Okay, bye. Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea, you know that, I know that. I'm just a lady with what? A bulldog, a camera, and too many opinions. And I've got a lot of opinions, obviously, about Monat, the multi-level marketing company. However, I have a lot of opinions about everything in general. But then further than that, when they react to the people who are calling them out for lying, but then don't even prove those people wrong. Also, you would think that by now they would learn that responding or reacting really in this case, in all the cases, it's just going to make it worse for them and better for us, the royal us, the collective us. So what has happened again? Not to me this time, but to an Instagram account called MLM Unmasked. Now they are doing some great work, let me tell you. MLM Unmasked, love them. They are doing awesome work. And they do primarily focus on people in Australia. But MLM Unmasked called out, or exposed rather, this Monat girly pop who was at the third level from the top, Associate Executive Director, AED, nothing to do with erectile dysfunction, but you know. And they exposed her for having a car that's 10 years old. Keep in mind, hey, hold on. Obviously, who cares how old your car is, right? The problem is that she's been promoting that she is in the Cadillac Car Club program with Money, which is where they give you a free car. Just kidding. That's not what it is, obviously. It's where you reach a certain rank and maintain that rank and also maintain what you have to maintain for that specific benefit. It's just not a free car. The loan or lease is in your name a lot of times because these individuals in this MLM don't have a stable income. They can't actually get a lease or a loan in their name, buy it or lease it in their own name. So a lot of times they'll have to get co-signers, which again is fine, but stop lying about it and stop saying that it's a company car and that it's a free car because first of all, that's against Monat's. Who's got AIDS? That's against Monat's policy and procedures, against their distributor agreement. And then also the FTC will be coming for you. No, they won't, because they don't come for anybody. But it's against the rules and it's false advertising and it's pissing me off. I was doing it wrong. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Before we get too far into this video, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, which you already know is Backlash. Guys, I need to share something absolutely insane with you. I've never seen anything like this, and for once in my life, I'm a little bit speechless, but not too speechless to tell you about it. The first collection of silent toys are here. You heard right, silent. The brains at Backlash created what they call whisper tech, and it somehow delivered us an assortment of toys in all shapes that hit all the spots in silence. They're so quiet, no noise, full power. So of course I got to do a giveaway to hook you up. And thanks to Backlash, we're able to do that. So literally everyone wins a free toy. Meet the Whisper Collection, the world's first silent vibrators. Backlash's new Whisper tech makes sure you never need to choose between power and discretion. You can put your pleasure first without waking up the entire house or even your sleeping partner right next to you. And now in whatever format you prefer, you know and love the Whisper Bullet, the silent bullet vibe with 5 speeds. It's tiny and literally inaudible, and the power is insane. And then there's the Whisper Rabbit and the Whisper Vibe, which both have 6 vibration speeds. The Whisper Vibe gives you the easiest G-spot stimulation you'll find, and the Whisper Rabbit has independently adjustable clitoral and G-spot stimulators, in case you want to step it up a notch, but still in silence. Here's the Whisper Bullet. Do you hear it? No, you don't. Let's get closer to the mic. Do you hear it? Nope, you don't. Listen, I'm not a scientist. I don't get it, but I love it. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Honestly, you have to see it and not hear it to believe it. So before I get back to my light reading, like I said, I need to hook y'all up, okay? Everyone who signs up through the link in my description box wins a free Whisper Vibe or, and I know a lot of y'all swear by this one and love it, a free rose toy with any Whisper purchase. Girl. So like I said, click the link in my description box or in the pinned comment to grab your new vibe. So anyways, obviously driving around in a 10-year-old car when you're promoting that you're in the motor club, whatever, is pretty silly. That's silly. You're part of the Silly Goose Association. This girl's the president of it, as you're about to see by this unhinged swearing and drinking in the video, which, hey, girl, go off. But like when you're in the wrong and doing this, a little bit weird.
There is so much I want to say right now in the sense of it is no secret that I have become a victim or a highlight of online trolls. This has been going on for a long time. And it's getting to the point now where I've actually collated information and I've handed it over to the AFP because it's just becoming ridiculous. These individuals just have such hate in their body that all I can do is try and put myself in their shoes and understand how unwell these people are. Anyone would think that we are like, you know, in some racketeering, child exploitation, smuggling crack cocaine in my syndicate when we're just selling shampoo.
You didn't just catch that. She said in her butthole syndicate. She apparently has a syndicate in her butthole. So that's not good. Thing that I do find super interesting is that I just tried to look up her Instagram and she already has me blocked. Pretty sure I've never engaged with this person ever. I mean, not a good sign if you're in Monet and I've literally never talked about you. I mean, I probably have. Let's be honest. But, you know, I've never talked about you and you already have me blocked? Girl, come on. Maybe I have, I may have like put her in a video, but like, I didn't know who you are. Real crazy.
It has gotten so out of hand.
So out of hand? No, see, I'm so bad at doing accents. What's going on? But you're not just selling shampoo? Ooh, that was good. It's not just selling shampoo, obviously. Hi, you've been on my channel for more than 5 years at this point. But it's not just selling shampoo. If you were just selling shampoo, no one would care. What you're doing, in my opinion, is recruiting people into what I think is a pyramid scheme, into a multi-level marketing company, into a false opportunity and false advertising and manipulating and just being an overall goober. I've always said if you don't want people to, you know, repost, react to anything on your social media, don't have a public profile. If you don't want your first and last, like your government name to be on the internet, don't put it like front facing on the internet, even if your account, you know, is private, right? Because the username is still public or the name on it is still public, right? So just don't do that. But she can't have a private profile because then she wouldn't be able to recruit people, right? If you were just selling shampoo, that's different. Who cares? Who cares? But that's not what you're doing. You don't rank up at all in money or realistically with any MLM without recruiting people under you. That's not how that works. Money tried that. And why did they stop that? I wonder why.
That these individuals are cross-referencing, you know, my husband, cross-referencing his deployments, cross-referencing his military career, talking about where I live, trying to like investigative piece together. You are unstable, okay? If you go to that length of cross-checking someone's life and putting it in a chat room, you need to go see your doctor, okay? You need to go see your doctor. I have not addressed this and I have been battling through this for almost 12 months, but I am watching these women, other women, systematically and systemically try and break down other women. And yet the whole premises around these individuals is that, you know, it's predatory behavior. You being on a chat room talking about intimate personal details of someone's health, someone's job, someone's location of where they live, posting people's addresses online, screenshotting number plates, cross-referencing and looking at cars and models and whatnot. And by the way, I paid cash for my car, babe, if you're watching. I don't have a bank loan. I paid cash. Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, she says. It's interesting, though, because she says that she paid cash for her car. With Monet, you don't get the you don't get to be in the motor club thing if you paid for your car in full. So Like she could have just bought it on her own, but then that's not given to you or paid for. Obviously nothing's paid for by the company, but it's not paid for by the company because you don't get the car bonus unless you have loan or lease to actually like prove to them like, here, it's all in my name, here you go. Like, and then it's a process. And then you would get whatever amount you are able to at whatever certain level or rank that you're at. So that right there just proves that you aren't like you aren't receiving the car bonus. Because if you don't have, if that doesn't make sense, oh my God, you just told on yourself. I love it. Now, don't get me wrong. Like doxing people, if that is happening, that is pretty unhinged. You don't need to take things real life like that. However, like having private, like group chats and stuff and email threads with only like a select few people to try to like research something, I wouldn't say that that is super unhinged and dangerous and predatory and things like that. It's just all about how you frame it. Like, for instance, how she framed it, saying like, oh, if you're like in, group chats, like she basically described like stalking. But realistically, like if you think about it, like me and my researcher and well, like us separately, and then like me, our researcher, and then my podcast co-host, Sherilyn, the Here for the Clout podcast, we have conversations like that too, like researching, like finding out stuff and literally like we'll have people's home addresses. They're not bank statements, that'd be crazy, but their arrest records and, timelines and stuff. And that's for like research purposes for like exposés we're doing or figuring out like if there like is something to certain like allegations on the internet. But we're not like putting all of that out there publicly unless like we are, doing a full video on it or covering things that other people put out, right? And so I think it's just super interesting that she's kind of framing it like that. So yeah, if you frame it that certain way, it's going to seem like you're being harassed and all that. However, even if, that is happening, even if you do think that is predatory or if you're framing it that way, that doesn't mean that what you're doing isn't, just someone else's actions aren't going to negate your actions or cancel them out. You're still in Monet and potentially, allegedly still lying about and promoting that you're in like the motor club when you're not. So cool. I do like her shirt though. So she's got that going for her.
Cross-checking someone's life and putting it in a chat room, you need to go see your fucking doctor, okay? You need to go see your doctor. Go see. I have not addressed this and I have been battling through this for almost 12 months.
This might just be me being nitpicky because of like, what I do for a living. But the way she's saying like, if you're cross-checking something, it's like, so you don't want them to do research? You just what do you want them to do? Just to like put everything out without double checking? Not people doing their due diligence and her getting mad about it.
But I am watching these women, other women, systematically and systemically try and break down other women.
Hey, guess what's misogynistic? Using the narrative that just because I am a woman and just because you are a woman means that I cannot call you out on your, means that I cannot attempt to hold you accountable publicly for your actions. So it's just flipping the script and being like, oh, well, you said that about me. Well, you don't support women. Actually, I'd say that arguably people who make this content do overall support women, because who are you targeting? Primarily women. So, I know personally the reason why I had such a fire under my anus when I first started, and I still do, but when I first started making this type of content, specifically calling out Monet, was because I kept seeing so many young women, college age women, early 20s, naive as ever, as naive as you could be, wanting to be influencers and getting stuck and trapped in Monet and because they were lied to. And I don't know about y'all. Listen, you might see it as me being a mean girl. If you do, you probably don't watch my channel like anyways, and you probably haven't made it this far in the video. But go off, babe, because you might think I'm a mean girl. I'm also the person who will not even know you, hype you up in the bathroom. If someone's making you feel uncomfortable, chokehold them, get them arrested somehow, put them in a figure 4 leg lock, maybe a full Nelson, who knows, right? But I'm the one who doesn't even know your name and just keeps calling you babe and is protecting you from or trying to protect you from that ain't a knife, this is a knife, I'm gonna scam you from down under, all right? But of course, you just don't support women, you just hate women. So therefore, whatever audience, or even her downline or potential downline recruited people, what? I haven't made a Monat video in a minute. Why would they listen to someone who doesn't like women, who doesn't support women? Girl, I like women a little bit too much, if you know what I'm saying. So Go off, I guess.
And yet the whole premises around these individuals is that, you know, it's predatory behavior. You being on a chat room talking about intimate personal details of someone's health, someone's job, someone's location of where they live, posting people's addresses online, screenshotting number plates, cross-referencing and looking at cars.
Okay, obviously don't do all that publicly. If you are doing it for research purposes privately, that's completely different. And I feel like that's what has happened. Don't dox anyone, obviously. Actual doxing, because that's, along with gaslighting and narcissism, those are a few of the words that just keep getting thrown out. And it's like, you don't know what that means. Another word that clearly this person doesn't know what it means is predatory. Predatory means that you're preying on something or someone. Preying on them. One could say taking advantage of, for your own gain, for your own benefit. Almost every single, if not all, people she's referring to who make content on Instagram about, you know, exposing multi-level marketing companies or scammers, anything like that, are not profiting monetarily off of this content. So it's crazy that she's saying that, because it's like, no, that's not what that word means. You can't just make up new definitions for words. That's literally not what that means, but okay.
Models and whatnot. And by the way, I paid cash for my car, babe, if you're watching. I don't have a bank loan. I paid cash. Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it. I literally have not anchored into this for a year, but I am watching this happen to so many women, and it's wrong. So if you are watching, which I know you do because you look through different accounts and it's weird, okay, you need to go get a mental health care plan because it's a bit weird. I'm going to let you know, because I know you're watching, I am not going to shy away from this, okay? I am putting everything I have into a beautiful little document, and it's been handed over to the AFP. That's where I'm at with my life. You don't get to tell other women what they get to do with their life just because you're a lazy and your business doesn't work out. Just because, you know, oh, when you're going to economics, finance, degree, suck my d. How does that sound? If you think that you're going to come in here and with me, you've with the wrong person.
I assume that the EFP is like, I don't know, Australian FBI, something like that. Or girl, they don't care. They don't care. Also, I don't think you want them on your radar, or I don't think you want you on their radar. You don't get to tell other women what they get to do with their life. Isn't that what you're doing right now? As far as I can see, no one's telling you what you can and can't do with your life. People are calling out your inconsistencies, your false information, and giving their opinion regarding the information that you put out there publicly. I wouldn't say that's them saying what you can do with your life. However, if you interpreted it that way, take your own advice and go see your doctor. Something that happens quite often is I'll like, and I know some of y'all do this too, like I'll like type out a text or type out like an Instagram story or like a comment reply or something. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't care anymore. Just felt good to get it out and I don't need to post it. That clearly is not the case here. Like this is wild. It's glorious for us because we're on the other side of it. But like, this doesn't make you look better, especially to the people who are under you in the scheme, you know, like it doesn't make you look better. It actually makes you look worse and unprofessional, and like possibly makes them want to look into it more. Like, oh, wow, you got this mad? Like, what are they saying? Like, what's going on? So wild. Also, if you're watching this and you're in Monat, at least make the conversation interesting and don't just insult me. Whatever you're going to say there is invalid because I'm real pretty and smart and hilarious. Okay? Okay. And successful. What she's saying here is just because your business failed. That doesn't make any sense. If the business is so easy and so wonderful and blah, 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 how can they fail? How would so many people fail? Like 90% of people fail in money if it's so easy and so great and just foolproof, right? More so than that, even if someone did leave money or wasn't successful at it, again, that point doesn't negate that there's a lot of problems with that company specifically and in general with that industry. And also doesn't negate that you were lying, apparently, allegedly, from what I've seen. Girl, call your FBI. Go off, I guess. I mean, I'll call them for you if you want. Yikes. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of all boned up. I kind of want to mess with her.
I see out in such a long, long time. But you know what? I'm over it. I am over having to have these conversations.
I'm over it. Post a 3-minute long Instagram story of you possibly drunkenly, I don't know if she was drunk, but she was holding wine. But of course that, but posting a over 3-minute long Instagram story series, basically using a see you next Tuesday word with a hard T so hard it kicks you in the neck. Like, what you doing? But you're over it. You're over it. Come on, you're over it.
With other women that you are literally destroying. Okay, you are destroying because you are unhealed in your own vessel and you don't know what to do with that.
Not destroying women because you're unhealed in your own vessel. Girl, what are you talking about? Just because someone says, hey, what you're sharing is not true. Hey, look at these facts. They could literally contradict what you're promoting. Like, and that's destroying women? Pointing out facts, pointing out inconsistencies, debunking the opportunity that you're sharing, calling you out on your own lies means that other people are unhealed. Would you say unhealed in your own vessel? The only vessel that's unhealed in this situation is Monet, babe. They the Titanic. They sinking. They a sinking vessel. That's wild, man. That is wild.
That is so sick, so unwell. You need help. Get off the chat room, boo. And seriously, like, get a life.
Allie, if you don't like being the subject of a chat room with like 5 people in it, you're definitely not going to like this video. Definitely not. What do y'all think she's going to say? Leave in the comments what logical fallacies you think that she's going to use and like what ad hominems. I'm jealous. I'm a loser. I have too much time on my hands. But then also we could say like, isn't the goal financial freedom or what is it? Time freedom? Isn't the goal to have too much time on your hands, right? That's the goal. I don't know. I feel like she might throw in like a go hang out with your kid or like imagine doing this, get a life. Girl, I do have a life. I work 3 to 4 days a week. I'd say that's pretty good time freedom, financial freedom, and having a life, babe. Who's destroying women? Chelsea, stop being gay.
Get a life. There is bigger going on in the world than someone selling shampoo, dehydrated vegetables in a veggie cup.
Dehydrated what? In a where? Dehydrated vegetables in a veggie cup? What are you talking about? Excuse me? We got a whole nother problem on our hands. Notice how she has not even talked about recruiting when that's most likely about 90% of her job and day. And they never will, ladies. They never will.
Like butthole lightning cream through an MLM. There is bigger going on than this, okay?
What is butthole lightning cream? I need it. I need it right now. Butthole lightning cream. Oh, lightening. She's talking about anal bleaching. I thought she meant lightning, like it gives you a little zing in your pooper. Chelsea. Also, that's not my fault because this accent's made up. Listen, if you're Australian and you watch me, awesome, great. I'm sure I could understand you perfectly. It's totally not a made up accent or made up place. But this lady.
You need a group. You need help. Go and seek help. Seriously, the Cyberbullying Act is so robust.
Girlfriend, the only thing robust about this type of content and my channel, she's not talking about me, but I'm sure she will be soon, is these. However, cyberbullying, being called out for your own crappy behavior and manipulative sales and recruiting techniques, in my opinion, is not cyberbullying. Being held accountable for your actions and what you put out there publicly, not cyberbullying. You know what it is? It's the consequences of your own behavior and actions. It's a big yikes from me, dog.
Eliminate and mitigate things like this. So if you think that you are so smart, and you're not because you're showing your face, I have screenshot all your and it's coupled in a little package and sent off to the AFP, doll. I have your address. I have your telephone number. I have it all. I have it all. Okay? I have everything about you in a little package and it's been sent off. Seriously, cyberbullying acts are there for a reason. If you invite yourself into my personal chats, which you did, I seen you, I screenshot that, I got you, that is called stalking, okay? There is absolutely no reason for you to be in there. So I hope that you don't bring a spoon to a knife fight.
Oh, that ain't a knife. This is a knife. Oh, I see you've played knife or spoony before. This is wild. I see we've got another case of, this is my content. You can't put this on here. This is defamation. You're showing my face. Ma'am, that's not how this works. You're an idiot and you put this on the internet. Again, if you don't want people to react to things or repost things or whatever, don't put it on the internet, okay? And obviously there's a difference between that and actually like someone not crediting you and posting your content as their own without any commentary, which obviously commentary falls under fair use. We're giving commentary and criticism to this person's not information, but this person's content that they put out there publicly. I find this quite strange. I think this might be a new saga, a new era, if you will. Yeah, I really think it might be, because don't invite yourself into my private chats, meaning like the Monat group chats, because that's stalking. That's not stalking if you were invited, which you have to be to get into one of like a Telegram group. What is that? What it's called? Telegram? Whatever. To get into one of those, you have to be invited to, if that's how they have it set up. Like usually with these team chats, you're invited by someone. You get the link from someone, right? That's not stalking. That's being invited. You just don't like it because whatever you're saying now is being exposed. That is so funny.
Because, baby, I'm coming for you. Also, would we really like to see me after a full glass of wine? Because that's a quarter of a glass of wine.
Yeah, I would. I would like to see you after a full bottle, because I mean, if you're dropping see you next Tuesdays with a hard tea after like one glass, I'm ready. I feel like you're going to embarrass yourself even more and start making up different meanings and definitions for words and start speaking in cursive. That's what I say to my mom whenever she gets a little toasty. It's real funny. Like, Mom, you're speaking in cursive again. If you keep going, your legs aren't going to work.
I'm done, okay? We are in a time and space where this is not okay. It's not okay. I will always come and advocate for women in this space. I will always be that person up the front being like, that's not okay.
That's interesting, because that's what I do. Who is advocating for not just women, people in network marketing more? Is it someone who's sharing information that is false, potentially manipulating people and trying to keep them in that space for their own financial gain? Or someone who is putting information out there that is backed by facts and receipts and well-researched and properly sourced materials, who doesn't financially profit off of those specific people at all, you know, if they stay in the MLM or leave it? I'm the second one. I don't make money off of these people. I'm not taking your money. If you stay in the MLM or you leave it, it doesn't matter to me. Of course, I don't want you to be taken advantage of, but it literally does not affect my pay. Now, this girl, though, if everyone in her downline wises up and leaves, then obviously she'd be dropping ranks and losing a lot of money. So, what's the motivation? Always ask yourself, what is the motivation? Why are you telling me this? Why am I telling you you should leave Monat? You shouldn't be in it. You shouldn't listen to this girl. Why am I telling you that? Because from everything I've seen, it's not a good financial decision. Look at the facts. Hey, if you're a Monat, you haven't made it this far in the video. Who are you kidding? But if you are, I have a big Monat playlist that really, girl, it's like 2 years long. It's like 4 years long, let's be honest. And it has so much information and facts and receipts and just so much crazy in there. So many lies, so many things that are clearly proven to be fake, and just so much. Hey, listen up, girly pop. You might think like, oh my God, she's a bully. I don't want to listen to her. Like, she's a hater. I promise you, after you watch, like, I don't want to be crazy, but like 6 videos, you'll start to realize, oh, she's right. I have gotten so many comments over the last 4 years of people saying things like that. Like, I was still in the MLM when I started watching your videos, and I didn't like you at first. And then I kept watching. And then the rose-colored glasses came off. Because when you're wearing rose-colored glasses, all the red flags just look like flags. So you got to take them off so you can actually see what the red flags are, okay?
This is not okay. When you are disclosing personal, intimate details, you are screenshotting number plates, you are coming into personal chats uninvited.
Girl, you know what's not okay? You repeating yourself constantly. Also, you continuously saying, you coming into personal chats uninvited. Someone clearly invited them, girl. Maybe you should check in with your downline and see who the mole is.
You are literally talking about where people live and posting floor plans. You need help, and that's not okay. It's not okay.
Also, like, if that did happen, then show the receipts. Show it, because you're not showing anything right now. And you easily could have. You could have popped something up.
So if you think that you're going to get away with that, it's okay, baby. Karma train rolls up when she rolls up. We don't know what station she rolls up to, but she's going to roll up. And you know what? I'm going to contact all the companies that you work for also and let them know that you're being a bully online. It's good to be back, my friends.
You're going to contact every company that this person works for? How many companies do they work for? That's weird. Also, most likely, any employer would be like, okay, what? If anyone ever threatens you with that, like, oh, this person's bullying me online, or like says they're going to contact your employer, listen, most likely they're not even going to get through to your HR department because they're not even going to know how to get to there. But if they are saying that, just go to your HR person and be like, listen, this unhinged person on the internet didn't like something I said about them that was completely factual. They're threatening to like call my employer. I just want to give you a heads up. It's complete BS. And then guess what will usually happen? Hi, I'd like to report this person to this blah, blah, blah. Okay, click. You know how many times my husband's employer has been called because people want to complain about me? Well, guess what, girly pop? The person at the very top of that organization loves my content. He loves it. And also, they're not the boss of me. And also, I am my own boss. So feel free to call me. I'm just kidding. Don't. And don't come to my house either. Yeah, that's weird. Don't do that. Hey, how about instead of doing all this, just like don't lie to people. Don't lie. Just don't lie on the internet for your own financial gain. Okay. I don't know, man. It seems like it's something that we have seen a lot when these people get called out by smaller creators on Instagram. You know, they're so big and tough and really going back at it and trying to act like so cool and big. And then I call them out and what do? Block me. That's it. They just block me. So that's cool. So Allie, hey girl, I see you have actually proactively blocked me. So good job. That's real smart. Good job with that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It seems like you need to get it together and stop threatening people and maybe start framing it to where you're not painting yourself as the victim and maybe focusing on facts instead of like what has been happening in a lot of the videos I'm reacting to all over my channel is actually debunk what these people are doing and saying instead of just throwing it back on them and being like, you're unhinged, you're blah, 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 blah. Instead of just insulting them, a straw man fallacy, if you will, or an ad hominem, why not just actually bring facts and receipts and well-sourced and well-documented and well-researched information and debunk exactly what they're saying? Is it because you can't? I feel like it's because you can't. Is it? I think so. Anyways, that's actually going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this. And I hope you know that if you are subscribed, your butt looks good. If you're not subscribed, you're dead to me. And your butt's really saggy and flat and actually concave. It just goes straight from lower back to back of the knees. Ew. Get that flat booty lack of cheeks out of here. The good news, are you listening? Listen up. If you hit subscribe, and results may vary, but if you hit subscribe, automatically cheeked up on a Friday or whenever this goes up. I don't know. Okay? All right. Just subscribe and your butt looks good and I'll tell you how good it looks. It looks so good. That's only if you're subscribed. Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.